Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents Scents. Hope that you're doing well. Do you know what's better than a fantastic smelling fragrance? I'll tell you, a cheap, fantastic smelling fragrance. And that's what we're talking about here today. But not just that, there's more. You know what's better than a discontinued fragrance? A clone of a discontinued fragrance that you can get for dirt cheap. And we're talking about all of those things here today. I've got 10 different clone fragrances for you that smell just as good as the OG, but they're gonna cost you so much less. Assuming that you don't buy them from some dude in an alleyway who's selling them to you for $2.50 and tells you it's a good deal and you believe him. If that's the case, you're making really bad decisions in your life. Stop doing that, don't do that. Everything I talk to you guys about here today is gonna be linked in the description below. Let's begin things off with an interesting one from Risasi. This is called Prime. No, we aren't talking about the sports drinks, the energy drinks, none of that. And this one is crazy cheap. From JOMASHOP, it's about 17 bucks. That is, assuming that it's in stock. And this one is not a clone of a discontinued fragrance, but it is a clone of an expensive fragrance that smells quite nice. It's a clone of oudmazing from Montale. Now, that does mean that it smells like a Montale. So you might be like, yeah, of course it does. I mean, it is a clone of a Montale. What do you even mean by that? I mean, it smells like a Montale. There is oud in here, there's fig, there's pear, orange, bergamot, grapes, along with vanilla, leather, and iris. And what I meant when I said a few times now that it smells like a Montale, it's sweet, guys. It is very, very sweet, just like oudmazing. Some people might even say obnoxiously, synthetically sweet. But if you are looking for an alternative to oudmazing, you can get this one for under 20 bucks and it smells darn close. And it's surprisingly heavy duty for how cheap it is. Talking about the bottle. Now, when I started the video, we were talking about discontinued stuff. So we gotta have some clones of discontinued fragrances. The first one is this interesting looking bottle right here. This is from Armaf and it's called Infinity Black. It's like a little black hole right there. Yeah. And this one is a clone of one of my favorite discontinued fragrances, a scent that I used to wear religiously pretty much every single spring. It also used to be very affordable from discounters before it was discontinued. Obviously that has now changed. It's a clone of L'Homme Ultime, which you wouldn't expect by looking at the bottle because Ultime is, like I said, a spring fragrance, very fresh, airy, zingy, but that's what this is. In terms of notes, you've got citrus, bergamot, and grapefruit, along with ginger off the top, which is gonna give it this really nice, zingy, fresh, bright opening, a little bit sweet as well. As it dries down, you have rose, apple, geranium, cedar, and vetiver. It is really, really well done. And I'm glad to see this one kind of making a comeback, you know, a little bit of a resurgence here because there's It's Essential, which is also really well done. That's by Risasi, which is a clone of L'Homme Ultime. But that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the only game in town. And now with this one, there is another. The quality is very good. It does lean more into that like zingy kind of sweet opening, but this is a great casual fragrance, a great day-to-day fragrance, a daily driver type of scent profile, spring through summer. Absolutely love it. And if you guys want to get any of these fragrances I talked to you about here today even cheaper, you can use one of these codes to do so. Totally smooth, right? The JOMASHOP codes only work within the app and they change every couple of months or so. All the other codes like from Max Aroma, Fragflex, the Perfume Box, etc. work anytime through the website, like usual. And then also Best Brands Perfumes and Triple Traders have a ton of clones if that's what you're after. So there are codes for those as well. All right, next up we have the Lions Club Monarch, another one from Armaf. And this is a fragrance that I ordered from JOMASHOP in December, like beginning of December. It took over a month and a half to get to me. That being said, it wasn't JOMASHOP's fault. They have a little thing on there that says like we'll ship in 4 to 6 weeks or something like that, which is what this one said. And it took about 6 weeks. And this is a clone of ALTHAIR from Parfums de Marly. It's got a cool presentation. It's got this like leather strap and then a magnetic closure right here that looks like a little jean button or jean rivet. Yeah, see right there? It is a little odd when you're trying to hold it and like spray the fragrance because you just kind of have to straddle that strap, right? That sounds like I'm talking about something different, but you gotta straddle the strap, move your finger over, and then you can give it a good spray. So there are 3 of these in the Lions Club lineup as of right now. The other 2 that I ordered, I got in already, and it was Feroce and Rougier, and those were clones of HALTANE and Layton. This one is a clone of ALTHAIR. So essentially, the Lions Club is like, yo, what if we took the most popular cool weather fragrances from Parfums de Marly, clone those and put them into a line together? That's kind of what they did. And they are actually absurdly, really, really good. Like, this is top of the line stuff as far as alternatives go. I think I paid 35 bucks for each one, like $34.99. Who knows if the price goes down, goes up, I don't know, but that's what I paid. If it dips down to like $30 or something, these are steals. I mean, even at 35, it's a really, really, really good deal. It pretty much nails ALTHAIR. Like, it's got great performance. It has that sweetness, that kind of like magnetic, cozy, sexy sweetness. Presentation looks really good. I mean, the strap is a little weird, but outside of that, it's really well done. So if you want ALTHAIR, you have yet another option. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to get all of the ALTHAIR alternatives and put them up against each other and see what the deal is. I would say though, that this one is right there with Liquid Brune, and the Art of Nature 2, I would probably put just below those 2, but really it's gonna be something where I have to like go back and forth with them. All right, let's talk Lattafa next. This is his confession. It's got a very interesting bottle, and my guy here looks like he's got a chunk taken out of his neck. It's like he was in a Greek zombie apocalypse, and one of the zombies got him and just, he's done for. So yeah, his confession. This one is an irisy fragrance. Rich, creamy iris, fantastic quality on the scent. And it's gonna remind you of fragrances like Gentleman Eau de Parfum and Black Tie by Celine, kind of in that style, in that wheelhouse. So it's got a bit of a powdery aspect to it. Along with that iris, you have vanilla and tonka, good amount of each. Amber, benzoin, lavender, cinnamon, touch of citrus off the top, some incense as well. It's got good longevity, projection, a little more moderate, but kind of in line with what you would expect. And the price on this one at some discounters, like low 30s. And at that price point, quality, it's an absolute steal. Really, really, really good. Let's go next with this guy right here, Urban Man Elixir from Fragrance World. Do you have any clue, any inkling what Urban Man Elixir could be? Just don't know. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously Le Male Elixir. There are a bunch of Le Male Elixir alternatives out there. They just keep on coming. And this one is surprisingly well done, because you look at that, and not for nothing, but you know, a lot of clone fragrances have kind of crazy bottles. You know, they're trying to catch your attention through the fragrance, through the price, through the name, through the presentation. So a lot of times they've got some gaudy stuff going on, right? Some real eye-catching stuff, we'll say. And it's not that this isn't, it's like a big gold bottle, but it is a little more low-key, I feel like. You know what it almost looks like? It almost looks like something from like the Art Deco period or something, in a way, anyway. So yeah, it's not the flashiest thing ever outside of it being gold, but it is stupid good. This is one of those ones where if you don't spray it on side by side with Le Male Elixir, you'll just be like, oh, it's just Le Male Elixir. And it's under 30 bucks, it's like $27. They even nailed the atomizer, like, great. So while there are a bunch of alternatives to this fragrance, this is one of the best ones, and for under 30 bucks. Let's go with another gold bottle up next. This is French Avenue Panache Orient. And mine took some emotional damage in transit. Yeah, it got thrown around a little bit, got a little ding. Mailman just spiked my bottle into the earth, but you know, it's still okay. Other than the crack, it's okay. Thankfully, it's a little crack in the plastic right here, and still sprays fine and doesn't leak, so that's good. I think these Panache bottles, really interesting looking. They look kind of like a boat, almost like a gravy boat or something, like you could take it and pour gravy out of it during Thanksgiving, I don't know. But this one right here is Afternoon Swim, Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim. So you're gonna get that citrus, a lot of citrus, frankly, along with ambergris and ginger, which really that ginger just adds more of a zing and kind of sweetness along with that citrus off the top. Summertime fragrance through and through, daytime fragrance, quality, fantastic. And this one goes right back with that kind of eye-catching bottle design. We're back into it, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and do a giveaway in this video, but first let me show you the next fragrance. It is Nazi Silver. All right, we are right back into bottles that do not look like a whole heck of a lot's going on. So Nazi Silver, this one, like I said, you look at it, you look at the name, you know, doesn't really tell you a whole lot. It's a clone of a discontinued fragrance. Yes, we are back to discontinued stuff. That makes me happy. This one is a clone of Boss Bottled Intense from Hugo Boss. Now, you may or may not have been around when Boss Bottled Intense was being hyped to the moon and back, but it was for good reason, because it smells really similar to the original Boss Bottled, which is extremely popular, but better for most people in about every single way. Rich, warm, spicy with that kind of apple pie aspect in full effect. Great performance, big compliment puller, good for fall, winter, day, night, doesn't matter. People loved some Boss Bottled Intense. Right up until, which I guess brings into question, how much did they really love Boss Bottled Intense? Because obviously it wasn't being bought enough at full retail for the fragrance to not be discontinued. But we loved ourselves some Boss Bottled Intense, didn't we? Yes, we did. And this captures that scent profile extremely well, which is why I'm gonna be giving away a bottle of it. But I'm also gonna be giving away a bottle of this. That way you get two things. So this is the one and only Moonlit Night, which is supposed to be Dolce & Gabbana's The One Luminous Night. And I just told you what this is. So we'll do that here in a second, but that we'll give away. Let's move to another fragrance for now. Rasasi Hawass Black. That is similar in a lot of ways to Nishane's Hasavat. And it is overly aggressively concentrated. It is just like viscous. It's almost like syrup in here. Like when you shake it, you know, typically the little bubbles, they'll sparkle all around like a carbonated soda when you shake a fragrance bottle. When you shake this, they just like slowly meander through like they're in molasses. And it leaves a very shiny spot wherever you spray. But at least you're getting your money's worth, right? You're getting a lot of concentration there. It is strong. It is strong. And after you let it mature, it gets stronger still. So it is a little bit more like Nishane's Hasavat if you were making it more specifically for cold weather, for fall and winter time. You know, it's kind of like that. But yeah, that's how it comes across. Hawass Black is beastly, and it makes no apologies. So that is Hawass Black. Don't spray that on your white t-shirts. You're gonna stain. Let's go with another black bottle. This is Veneno Black from French Avenue, which is Fragrance World. And this one is Smoking Hot from By Kilian. And it also has snakes, 3 of them, which is totally rad. That's cool, man. Snake bottle, hell yeah, brother. It is sweet off the top, a lot of apple. It's an apple tobacco scent at the end of the day. It's got this great kind of almost like stewed, fruity, spicy sweetness with a nice sugary edge. Really, really well done. Great performance, high quality. If you're a fan of tobacco like me, especially with apple, then you have to check this one out. Very addictive. The opening captures attention right away. And last but not least, Darige from Rasasi. And this one is another one that is really cheap. Sometimes you can find this like 15, 16 bucks. So we basically started with really cheap Rasasi and end with really cheap Rasasi. And it's a clone of Valentino's V. You know what that is? That is another discontinued fragrance. I am making a plea once again to all clone brands. Bring back all the discontinued stuff, please. Thank you. So in terms of notes, this has cardamom. It has cumin, rose, iris, vanilla, tonka, amber, sandalwood, and patchouli. It's sweet, a bit spicy, has a powdery touch to it as well. Obviously gonna have a little throwback feel compared to most contemporary fragrances nowadays. And that's because it is supposed to be quite similar to Valentino V. And that one came out 2006, so almost 20 years ago. So do be aware of that. This is also a little bit more on the sweet side, I'd say. But still, really nice fragrance, great quality, super cheap. All right, let's do the giveaway. There they are again, in case you forgot. I have no object permanence. You're like, you put that under the desk. I don't know, is it What was that? Is it real? Oh, there they are again. I'm just playing with you guys. We'll go ahead and do this giveaway. Just like the video, be subscribed to the channel, leave a comment. Just let me know what discontinued fragrance the clone houses need to bring back from the dead. It's my favorite thing. And if you don't know any discontinued fragrances that you would want to be brought back from the dead, I don't know, so there's probably somebody left a comment down there and you can just use theirs. Or you could say Gucci Envy. That's a safe one, Gucci Envy. Give me at least a couple weeks, guys. I'm gonna put like probably 4 or 5 winners at a time up on the community tab. I'm giving away like a lot of stuff right now. So I gotta get everything sorted and list them all out. But if you're the winner, you just hit me up and I will ship it out to you. So there we go, guys. There are 10 different clones. They got the good quality. Some of them bringing back those discontinued fragrances so that we can enjoy them once again, which is the most important thing. I wanna thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.